What is going on, Raiders? Soda Dragon here, and today I'm going to show you how to build a clan boss team that can one key Ultra Nightmare, and this team has no legendaries, no Draco. 4 epics and a rare is all you need. So the reason I'm making this video is because a lot of people are under the misconception that you cannot do big damage against a clan boss unless you have somebody like a Draco morph. Now there is a 2x Sacred event this weekend, and simultaneously there will be a 10x4 Draco morph here. So I know a lot of you guys might be tempted to pull 4 Draco morph here to upgrade your clan boss team. But guys, just think for a second. What is the point of getting Draco morph? What do you think you can achieve on your count with Draco morph that you cannot achieve right now? Actually, let's narrow that question down to clan boss, because a lot of you guys want Draco morph for the clan boss. What do you think you can achieve with Draco morph for your clan boss team that you cannot achieve without him? If your goal is to 2 key or even 1 key Ultra Nightmare, here's the thing. You don't need Draco morph. Now, of course, if you just like Draco morph, of course, go for him. But if you think you need him, especially to 1 key Ultra Nightmare, that is simply not true. So you might be thinking, okay, I'm tracking with you. If Draco morph is not needed to do big damage to clan boss, then who is? And who is it? It's going to be someone that pretty much everyone had available to them if you've been playing since December of last year. Only a few months, and that person is Fane. If you guys remember, on December 9th, there was a promo code to get her for free. You didn't even have to do anything. Just put in that promo code, and there she was in your mailbox. So am I saying Fane is as good as Draco? Well, it depends. Are we talking just complete overall damage? No, Fane is not as good as Draco. But if we're talking about being the primary damage dealer for a 1 key Ultra Nightmare team, then yes, she is as good as Draco. If you're in a very active clan that hits that Ultra Nightmare clan boss daily, then you might not need any more than that absolute minimum to get that Transcendent chest. Any more is wasted. But if you're in a small clan like I am that struggles to finish off Ultra Nightmare clan boss every day, then going above and beyond those minimums, that is 70.9 or something like that million to get the Transcendent chest, going above and beyond that actually would help your clan out a lot. So that's my question to you. Is it necessary? Is your clan defeating that Ultra Nightmare clan boss easily every day? Or are they struggling? If they're struggling like my clan is, then all of a sudden, yeah, I want to do this type of damage, because this isn't just to flex or show off. This actually helps my clan out a lot because they need it. So what does your clan need? So Fane won't do as much damage as Draco, but sometimes you don't need that much damage. That's what I'm trying to say. So guys, check this out. 1 key Ultra Nightmare with Fane. Notice no legendaries here, 4 epics and a rare. So this is going to be your Bateater team. But specifically, you don't need to just run Fane in a Bateater team. You can run her in a ton of different comps, and she would do a ton of damage for you. What I like about the Bateater or the Man-Eater teams, as opposed to, let's say, the Mythic comps, is you don't have to guide the stun, and you don't have to cleanse the stun. With a lot of the Mythic comps, you do. You need the right person to take that single target hit, that stun, and you need to cleanse it. With Bateater teams or Man-Eater teams, typically you don't have to at all. It doesn't matter who gets that single target punch, and no one's gonna get stunned, so no one needs to be cleansed. And normally Bateater teams are much more affinity friendly than other comps. So if we're talking like absolute top tier damage, it's not gonna be a Bateater that you're gonna use. It's gonna be an Infinity type team like I showed you in my Infinity Clan Boss videos. But if you want just a stable, reliable, affinity friendly team, no fuss, no muss, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be your Bateater. Bateaters are a ton better than Demented comps, in my opinion. So if you're not too impressed here with the damage because of how close it is to that minimum threshold, well, this is because this is the last screen from the full run that I recorded. So I wanted to show you this damage because this is damage you'll see at the end of the run. But this isn't normal. Normally the damage is higher. So here we see 74 million. So much more of a buffer here. So what is a Bateater team? For those of you who don't know, it is a 2-1 ratio clan boss team. So basically, once everything gets in sync, your whole team will be taking 2 turns to every clan boss's 1 turn. And because your Man-Eaters are rotating their unkillable buffs and block debuffs buffs, you won't take any debuffs from the clan boss, and you won't die from the clan boss until turn 50, after which the clan boss will start to ignore unkillable buffs. So with unkillable teams, you have 50 turns to do as much damage as you can to the clan boss until he finishes you off. So with regard to the speeds, some of you guys might be thinking, well, it's going to be hard to get those speeds plus get my characters to do damage, enough to damage that clan boss, enough to whatever, 1 key, 2 key, whatever. Yes, it is. It is challenging, especially if you want a 1 key Ultra Nightmare to get these speeds on all your champs plus get them to hit hard. But it should be. This is the highest difficulty clan boss we have. And if you want to beat it with one key, remember you get like 4 a day. If you want to beat it with one freaking key, yeah, it should be pretty challenging. That's the way the game is designed, and I'm actually okay with that. But that being said, if you have much more modest goals, maybe a 2 or 3 key Ultra Nightmare, then yeah, gearing will not be that hard. So guys, here are the speeds for my Bateater team. So starting with the Fast Man Eater, we have a speed at 266, followed by Seeker here at 257. We have the Slow Man Eater at 243, followed with Painkeeper here at 246, and my Fane is at 222 speed. So as you guys can see, starting turn 3 here, everything falls into sync. So Fane is going to take her turn, followed by everybody taking their turn twice, ending off with that Fast Man Eater. Then the clan boss takes his turn. So once we reach turn 50, of course, that's it for this team, because the clan boss starts ignoring unkillable buffs. So guys, make sure to double check everything in the calculator, because things are going to start off a little bit differently depending on what difficulty you're on. For example, we talked about Ultra Nightmare here, turn 3 I'm in sync, but once we go to Nightmare, all of a sudden it's going to take me 4 turns to get into sync. Same thing with Brutal here, it's going to take me 4 turns to get into sync. But once I'm in sync, you're in sync until that clan boss kills you off. But just expect that Nightmare and Brutal are going to start off a little differently and take 1 more turn to get into sync than Ultra Nightmare. Onto the skill instructions. So this run is completely automated. There is no setup at all. You just click that key to start and that's it. So with the Slow Man Eater here, we're going to turn Pummel, that is his A1, to be his opener. Now for your Fast Man Eater, everything is default. For your Painkeeper, turn Combat Tactics to be the first priority and turn Spectacular Sweep to be the second priority. For Seeker here, all default, and for Fane here, all default. Now, what do we do about round 2 and round 3? Well, we do nothing. It doesn't matter what they are, because there's only 1 round with the clan boss. So it literally doesn't matter what you put for round 2 and round 3, so don't worry about it. So guys, click start on auto and click your key and you are done. Onto everyone's gear stats and masteries, starting with Fane here. So how have I geared her? I have her in a relentless set and a crit damage set. Onto her total stats. So I have her HP at 27,000, I have the attack at 4,100, defense 1,300, speed 222, crit rate 99%, crit damage 238%, resist 100, and accuracy 284. So guys, remember for unkillable clan boss teams that you do not have to guide the stun like this team, the Bateater. You don't have to worry about HP or defense. Now, if you have an unkillable team where you do have to guide the stun, then yes, you do have to worry about that HP and the defense, because how you ratio HP and defense among your champs is going to guide the stun. So that's really important. But this team, we don't care about the stun. The clan boss can stun whoever, or at least he can try, but we have those block debuffs buffs up, so he's not going to end up stunning anybody or killing anybody since we have unkillable on everybody. So we don't care about defense and we don't care about HP. And all our characters, all we care about are the right speeds for that sync, that 2-1 ratio, and damage dealing stats here, like attack, crit damage, and crit rate. And also, since our damage dealer here in Fane applies debuffs, she applies defense down, weaken, poisons, decreased attack, she's going to need some accuracy because all of those things are resistible. It doesn't say they're not resistible in her kit. That means she needs accuracy. So for Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, we're looking at plus 250 accuracy to reliably land those debuffs. Onto the masteries. So down the offense tree here, we do have War Master, so we're getting bonus damage based off enemy max HP. And down the support tree here, we do have Master Hexer, so all of her debuffs have a chance of being extended by 1 turn. All her debuffs are 2-turn debuffs, but now they can potentially be 3-turn debuffs with Master Hexer here. Also guys, for your speed-tuned clan boss teams, make sure to avoid masteries that manipulate turn meter because they can throw your whole team off sync. So masteries here, like Rapid Response, Arcane Celerity, Cycle of Revenge, Timely Intervention, and here we have Oppressor. So these turn meter manipulating masteries, make sure to avoid them because your team is going to be thrown out of sync and you're going to be wondering why, what's wrong with the team, why does it fall apart at turn X, Y, whatever. This is why, because you're using turn meter manipulating masteries. So avoid all of them. Next up guys, got our fast man eater. So how have I geared him? I have him in 3 speed sets. Onto his total stats. So I have his HP at 36,000, I have the attack at 2,900, defense 2,100, speed 266, crit rate 100%, crit damage 174%, resist 171, and accuracy 113. Onto his masteries. So down the offense tree here, we do have War Master, so we're getting bonus damage based off enemy max HP. And down the defense tree here, we do have Retribution, so when Maneater takes a big hit, he has a chance to counterattack with his A1 and hopefully proc that War Master. And here we do have deterrence as well, not really useful for this particular fight, so don't worry about deterrence. Next up guys is our slow Maneater. So how have I geared him? I have him in a toxic set and a speed set. So if you're running Fane, then about 2 people in toxic sets would be really good for this team. That's about the perfect amount. But if you're running Draco Morph and similar gear, let's say Relentless gear, which is really what everyone does with Draco for the clan boss, then make sure to run 0 people in toxic sets. Okay, Draco with Relentless can fill up that debuff bar all by himself. He doesn't need any help. So once again with Fane, with Relentless, that's fine. 2 toxic sets works well. But with Draco in Relentless, nobody in a toxic set. Onto his total stats. So I have his HP here at 30,000, have the attack at 2,900, defense 2,200, speed 243, crit rate 96%, crit damage 221%, resist 175, and accuracy 103. Onto his masteries, and they are the same as the fast man eater. So here we have War Master, so we're getting bonus damage based off enemy max HP. And down the defense tree here, we do have Retribution, so when Maneater takes a big hit, over 25% of his max health, he has a 50% chance to counterattack with an A1, hopefully proccing that War Master. And once again here, deterrence really does nothing for this particular fight. Alright guys, on to Seeker. So how have I geared him? I have him in 2 speed sets and a divine speed set. Onto his total stats. So I have his HP at 32,000, I have the attack at 3,300, defense 2,200, speed 257, crit rate 100%, crit damage 196%, resist 124, and accuracy 107. Onto his masteries, and they are the same as the man-eaters here. Alright guys, last onto Painkeeper. So how have I geared her? I have her in 1 toxic set and 1 perception set. Onto her total stats. So I have her HP at 35,000, I have the attack at 3,000, defense 1,600, speed 246, crit rate 104%, crit damage 210%, resist 183, and accuracy 147. Onto our masteries. So down the offense tree here, we do have War Master, so we're getting bonus damage based off enemy max HP. Now, I didn't take Retribution for her because her A1 that is what she would counterattack with. Increases her turn meter. So it can be a little difficult to tune her with Retribution with that A1 that increases turn meter. It's not impossible, but it will be much simpler for you if you don't use Retribution here. And down the support tree here, I do have a few masteries on the left side here to increase her healing. The more she heals, the more everyone heals, the higher health they have, the more they can proc those counter attacks. They can attack more. If they stay at like, 1 health for the majority of the fight, they will never proc those counterattacks. They actually need to regenerate their health to proc those counterattacks more to hopefully get those War Master procs off or those poison procs off more often. So here's another option that you can go with Lore of Steel if you're struggling with base stats like speed, accuracy, things like this. Lore of Steel can help you out. Alright guys, that is it for today. So if you've been struggling with clan boss damage and you got Fane in your vault, I mean, come on. Get her out of there, level her up, ascend her, book her, use her. She can help you get a 1 key on your Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss team. Make sure to let me know in the comments if this is new news to you, that you can 1 key Ultra Nightmare without any legendaries and with Fane, or if you already knew this and you have been using her for your Clan Boss teams. And if you haven't yet, like, subscribe, and share, turn on all notifications, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.